Thomas, thanks for doing this. Just one quick one from me, and I'm just wondering about Buffalo tomorrow night after a couple of big victories out west here. Do the wins heighten the awareness of just how important you have to play well tomorrow night against the Sabres?
Yeah, obviously it's I think when you look at Buffalo, they're kind of same position as us. They're obviously a bit younger team, but they've also beat a lot of good teams like we have done and we've proven this year. So obviously, like over the years you learn that there's not one game that's easy. There's not one team that's just going to let you win against them. But I think this is another game for us that I think we want to keep this rolling. I think we've been playing well on the trip, and to have the chance to come back home, obviously we definitely want to get our home game going and get a couple wins.
Scariak, Post Media.
Hey, Thomas, just wanted to ask you, what do you think has turned your guys' game around lately?
I mean, we know that when we follow our plan, we use our skills, we use our speed, we don't give the other team any time and space. We give ourselves a chance, and I mean the game in Calgary was very good for us. I think we didn't really give them any chance to come in our zone and make plays and things like that. But obviously there's a couple of times against Edmonton that wasn't as good, but I mean, you're also facing arguably the two best players in the league right now. So different at times, but I mean, just the way we've been playing and feeding off each other. I mean, everybody's been pushing the same direction, and we've had some success. And obviously the big thing for us, I think, as a group also is just showing, like last game, the last two games, we can beat good teams, and we got to believe in our group. We know we have a lot of talent, and we know we can win some games. And I think we just want to feed off that and keep that rolling.
One thing I wanted to ask about is, how do you feel about playing in an empty rink at home?
I mean, it's being completely honest, it's not great. Obviously, we love playing in front of fans, and we miss them a lot. And when you go into buildings like in the States and they're packed, obviously you feed a lot off crowds, and they bring such an amazing energy to the game. So obviously it's not great for everyone. We all want to play in front of our fans. We miss our fans a lot, especially being on the road for a little bit. It's always fun to come back and see the fans, but it is what it is right now. Hopefully they're really back soon. We definitely want to play in front of them.
Thank you.
We'll go to Claire Hanna at TSN.
Hey, Thomas, I'm just curious what it was like to play. I know you've played with JBD a few times, but how have you even noticed his game grow in the past little while?
I mean, obviously it's been growing really well. I think it's I remember being in the same place. It's not always easy. It's hard to, especially being on the road, that sometimes you get on the ice, and let's say Edmonton's game, a couple of times we're facing McDavid and Draisaitl at the same time. So it's big challenges, especially when you're that young, but obviously it's all part of the learning curve. It's I'm trying to help him as much as he can, and we're trying to build something together and play better together. And but obviously we all went through it. It's never that easy coming in, but he's playing some really good hockey for us. He's moving the puck and he's making some good plays. And obviously the more he plays, I think the better he's going to feel, and his confidence is going to build even more.
I mean, we can see what he does on the ice, but personality wise, is he asking you a lot of questions, trying to soak things up? Like, what's his character like? Well,
obviously, whenever you come in, it's a lot of it is with systems, and I try to just help him. I think the pace of the game is so fast. Every play's got to be quick. You got to get the puck on and off your stick. You got to, when you go get pucks in corners, I mean, we've seen it. You don't have time to stick handle too many times. You got to make the play. You got to know what play you're doing. So those are all little details. But I mean, like I said, I was the same when I came in, and it's not always going to be easy. But I mean, with the games that he's played really well for us. And obviously we all want to help him. We all want to build and we all want to win games. So the better we all play together, the better it is for our team.
And last thing from me, you guys built a lot of momentum. We all talked about it in December, and then it was unfortunate you had to break for so long, but you've rebuilt a little bit of momentum here on this road trip. How do you continue that tomorrow?
We want to push the same direction that we've been. I mean, like you said, December, we had a great month. Obviously the first game of the new year was a bit harder. A couple of guys were sick, obviously, that went out with COVID and everything. But I mean, at the end of the day, the last two games were the way we want to play. We want to play like that way the rest of the season. We want to keep on pushing each other. I mean, everybody's jumping in and having great success, or our defense playing better, every forward's playing better, and the more we get involved with our system, the way we don't give the other teams any time and space, I think it's just going to make us even better and harder to play against.
Tidcombe, Senators.com.
Hey, Thomas, just one question for me. Saturday was the 1-year anniversary, if you will, of Tim Stützle's NHL debut. Just from your perspective, where have you seen, the growth in his game over the past 12 months?
I mean, he's proven how talented he is and how good, and almost how easy it came in the league. And he's played pro overseas obviously before, and it showed a lot when he came in the locker room. He's a young player, but carries himself really well. And obviously, just to see him, he's not the kind of guy that you're really worried about. I think he's got so much talent, the way he skates, the way he sees the ice, and obviously, when you're a younger player, some mistakes are going to happen. But I mean, it's all part of the learning in this league. And obviously, when he plays, he's just a special player. We're obviously happy to have him, and just the way he's been growing, I think he's learning more and more on both ways of the ice, on even getting some pride for himself to play even better defensively. And I mean, he's switched positions, and he's been doing a really good job for us. I mean, obviously, like I said, I'm repeating myself, but I mean, he's such a talented player that he's going to be such a big part of our team in the coming years.
Marc Broussard, Le Droit.
Ouais, Thomas, vous avez joué, ça va être votre deuxième match devant des gradins vides. Le premier, c'était à Toronto. C'est-tu un ajustement d'arriver dans un amphithéâtre vide puis d'essayer de se pomper pour un match?
Oui, c'est sûr que c'est très différent. Comme j'ai dit tantôt, je pense qu'on veut jouer devant les fans. On s'ennuie beaucoup d'eux autres, c'est sûr. Quand on arrive aux États-Unis ou juste même dans l'Ouest à 50% d'avoir du monde dans l'estrade, il amène beaucoup d'énergie à la game, il amène de l'intensité. Puis quand tu joues un match qu'il n'y a pas personne, c'est sûr que tout le monde aime moins ça. On veut tous avoir des fans des estrades. On espère vraiment qu'ils reviennent le plus vite possible.
Tu en parles un peu de tes jumelés avec JBD, une coupe de match. As-tu hâte de trouver un partenaire plus régulier avec qui tu vas pouvoir établir une relation plus stable, I guess? Tu as eu Zoub au début de l'année, JBD, ça change souvent, on dirait.
Oui, c'est sûr que oui. Je pense au début de la saison, ça a très bien été avec Zoub. Mais je pense que ces temps-ci, lui et Holden jouent tellement bien que je pense que c'est un pairing qui est vraiment important pour nous. Puis j'ai eu des bons moments aussi avec Zaitsev, mais évidemment, il s'est blessé. Puis il va manquer plusieurs semaines. Fait que c'est sûr que c'est de l'ajustement un peu plus que prévu, mais au bout de la ligne, c'est sûr que c'est le fun d'avoir un peu plus de consistance et avoir un même partner plus souvent. Mais au bout de la ligne, je pense, comme je dis toujours, à chaque soir, je veux jouer le mieux que je peux. Je veux essayer de faire ce que je suis capable de faire sur la patinoire, puis que ce soit avec n'importe qui, je vais essayer de bâtir une chimie le plus vite possible avec ce joueur-là, puis essayer de performer le mieux que je peux.
Merci.
Final, one more. Sorry, Thomas. One more question from Nick St. Pierre, Unique FM.
Oui, Thomas, pour faire suite à la question d'Anna concernant l'encadrement pour un gars comme Jacob Bernard-Docker, étant donné que tu étais là dans cette situation-là il n'y a pas si longtemps, comment ça t'aide justement à mieux les encadrer et à les faire progresser?
Ben, c'est ça m'aide parce qu'au bout de la ligne, on a passé par la même situation. Je pense que c'est difficile d'être un jeune défenseur dans la Ligue nationale. Je pense qu'on le voit à quel point à tous les soirs, c'est un match. À tous les soirs, tu fais face à des nouveaux joueurs talentueux qui sont durs à défendre. Puis, mais tu sais, j'essaie juste de l'aider. Je pense qu'il y a beaucoup. La grosse différence avec la Ligue nationale, que ce soit tu arrives du junior, collégial ou peu importe, la grosse différence, c'est souvent l'exécution, à quel point c'est rapide, à quel point tu n'as pas de temps ni d'espace à patinoire. Fait que je pense que c'est juste des petits détails comme ça, mais tu sais, un gars qui a du talent comme lui, qui a des skills aussi talentueux que lui, je pense qu'on n'est pas inquiet. Je pense que c'est juste l'adaptation au début de jouer. Puis je pense, comme lui qui a commencé l'année nationale, qui s'en vient avec nous, le plus de matchs qu'il joue, le plus en plus que tu te sens confortable, tu continues de s'adapter. Puis c'est ça que j'essaie de faire le plus pour l'aider. Moi, j'ai eu la chance, j'étais dans la même situation en couple d'années, puis il y a plusieurs joueurs qui m'ont aidé. Puis j'essaie de quand même l'encadrer, essayer un peu plus de l'aider aussi.